Hey guys, thanks for joining. I'm Kristen Hanford and I'm currently 34 weeks pregnant, so apparently baby is the size of a butternut squash. Today we're going to be doing a back and booty workout using a resistance band. So you'll need, number one, a resistance band. You'll also need somewhere safe to anchor it so that we can do rows, and we'll also be using a bench, or if you have a sofa or anything elevated that's sturdy that you can elevate your back onto for our booty exercises, okay? So let's get started with the warm-up. We can grab our band and open up, come back. Try to keep the arms straight. So if you have to bend your elbows, grab a little bit wider on that band, come all the way around. Open up through the shoulders and the chest. Good. So if you're joining and you're pregnant, make sure that you have your doctor's permission to exercise and that you're listening to your body throughout the workout. You want to keep things at about a 6 or 7 out of 10. So that means that you could continue a conversation throughout the workout. If you need to, take breaks and grab water. Okay, make sure that you're staying hydrated throughout the day, but especially during your exercises. We're rolling through, around, and then rock other side, same thing. Good. And grabbing the band, double it up, or just grab closer together. We're just gonna rock a little bit to the side here, open up the side of the body. Other side, same thing. Inhale as you come down, and exhale as you come up. Just working on opening through that side. Good. And we can do a couple just rolls through the front here, pulling the band apart slightly as you come up and down, working through, getting blood through the shoulders, getting everything primed and ready for our workout. Good, all right, roll the neck. And let's get ready to get started. So you're gonna take your band and you're gonna tie it to something that's nice and sturdy. Okay, I like park railings or benches, something that's nailed down for this. Okay, and our first movement, we're gonna be doing 3 different kinds of row. Our first movement, palms facing one another. You're rowing back towards your body. We want tension on the band throughout the whole thing. Then you're switching to palms down and you're rowing up towards your face, okay? Keep your elbows nice and wide and think about squeezing in between your shoulder blades. Then we're switching to single arm row, really driving fast, tucking that elbow back and watching that we're not using the whole body. It's just the arm swapping to the other leg. It's opposite leg forward to the arm that's working, okay? So we're gonna do 3 rounds through those 3 exercises. Let's get ready. Our first exercise was our row with the palms facing one another. Your feet are in like a squat position here. Let's sink down and row back. Good. So little exhales as you row those elbows back. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Good. We're working for 45 seconds with 15 seconds to rest. If you need water, grab a quick sip and then get ready for our next movement. Good, 15 seconds left here on our straight rows. Next was our face pull rows. Good. That's it, a couple more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. For the face pulls, you can either have your feet in the squat position or you can stagger your stance. I like staggered because I feel like I get more leverage. So here I'm switching to palms down. I've got space on the band in between my hands. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. We're rowing back and up. Even though the elbows are coming high, you're careful to make sure that your shoulders aren't shrugging up like this, okay? So keep the shoulders nice and low and then rowing that band up. You can think that your elbow and your shoulder are pointing to where we're working here. So we're working along the back of our arms and then our rhomboids in between our shoulder blades. Good. Trying to kind of disengage the muscles through the neck and squeeze the muscles between the shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're getting in for our quick. Make sure there's lots of tension on the band to begin with and that your band is in good condition for these, okay? So we're starting with the palm down. We're gonna row to palm up, okay? Just like that. Make sure that you're not switching through the body. Let's go. So we're just gonna work for 20 seconds on one side and then quick change over, no rest, to get to the other side. Palms down to palms up. Watch that you're not letting that belly pull you forward if you are pregnant. Good. Tuck back, nice and strong. Good. Switch over to the other side. Switch your leg. Opposite leg forward to the arm that we're working. And that shoulder can come forward, but we're not twisting through the body, right? And as you row back, you're thinking about tucking that shoulder back and then rowing the elbow back as far as you can. Good, take a rest. So that's 1 round through. We're gonna do 3 rounds total of our upper body set. Let's get ready for round 2. 3, 2, and 1, let's go. A lot of people when they're doing this exercise will default to pull really close together on the band. Make sure that you've got some space so that you can really come back nice and far. It's important that your anchor point is something really sturdy and that you always inspect your bands before you do a band workout. If there's any fraying, replace it. Good. Row back. That's it. 5 more seconds. Good, and rest. We can swap our grip to overhand, so palms are facing down. We've still got space between our hands here. Really important to have a strong back throughout pregnancy and then especially afterwards. Let's go. There's a lot of demand kind of pulling you into this posture, just daily life anyways, regardless of if you're pregnant or having a baby. We're kind of crouched forward a lot more now than we used to be with all of our devices and our computers and maybe working from home. So we try to counteract that by making the muscles in our back stronger, pairing that with a little bit of chest opening stretches to improve our posture. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So swapping opposite foot forward to the leg that's working, or to the arm that's working, palm down, and nice standing posture. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. The band is never like going slack, okay? So I've got tension on the band from the very beginning of the movement. Let's do 3 more reps on this side. 3, 2, and 1, and swap over to the other side. Right away, let's go. Try to have the same tension on each arm. Good. Check yourself that you're not using your whole body. Okay, our core is active here to help try to stabilize. Good, rest. Roll the shoulders. Roll the neck. We've got 1 more set of upper body, or just back, really. Just working on a lot of back. Good, rows. Here, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Palms facing one another. And come down into a little bit of a squat. Watching that belly doesn't pull us forward into anterior pelvic tilt. It's also not like a tuck under like this. We're just finding a nice neutral position through our spine. So our ribs are over our hips. Good. That's it. We got 10 seconds left. This is our last round of upper body. Get the most out of it here. Squeeze back, control in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch your grip, palms facing down, and we'll go for our face pulls in 8 seconds. If you want to like round through, open up a little bit, it feels good. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So these ones can be slower and more controlled, but there's still tension on the band from the beginning. Drive the elbows back and then control back in, really focusing on those shoulders staying nice and low, thinking about the muscles here, your shoulder blades coming to kind of hug your spine. Squeeze at the end of the movement and control back in. Good. Let's do 2 more reps. 2 and 1, and control. Good. Single arm rows here, 20 seconds on each side. Last set for upper body. Good. Whew. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. We're ready. Palm down to palm up. Challenge yourself. Maybe move a little bit further back. Keep the shoulder tucked back. Don't let it curl. Don't let it twist through the body. Exhale as elbow comes driving back. If you're in your first or second trimester, you can really focus on your pelvic floor rising as you drive your elbow back as you exhale. Good. Swap over other side. If you're in your third trimester, you just focus more on the relaxation of the pelvic floor, especially if you're going for a natural birth, vaginal delivery. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a little rest here. Shake it out, and you can roll the neck. We'll get ready for our lower body sequence. All right, guys, so for our lower body sequence, we're going to disconnect the band from our anchor point here, and we can use it for some front squats. So you're gonna slip into it like this. So you've got your band on your arms. You can hold your elbows up nice and high, and this will add a little bit of resistance for our front squats. Okay, so we're sinking down as deep as feels good for you. What your mobility allows, you can go as wide as you need with your legs to accommodate your belly, okay? So that's the first move. Then you're going to grab the band, double it up, okay? Pull on the band so we're getting a little bit of back engagement. Squeeze as you hinge your hips back. Okay, again, you can take your legs as wide as you need to create space for belly here, but we're thinking about keeping the back nice and flat and hinging through so that we feel a stretch through our hamstrings. We're pulling the band apart here and then squeezing up, okay? Squeeze your bum up at the top. We're just gonna be opening up our hamstrings. We're late in our pregnancies here. We don't have to do a ton of heavy weights, although you can if you want, okay? And then the last movement, we're bringing ourselves onto our bench or our sofa, whatever we have. You want the pivot point, okay, the corner, to be around your mid-back. You're gonna have your hands to the side. We're not driving through our arms. We're doing hip thrusts here. So you want the position of your knees at the top of the movement to be 90 degrees. So we're coming down, squeeze to come up. If you're on a bench or something, you can put a towel behind you, but this one's kind of rounded, so it's comfortable enough for me to get through 3 rounds. Okay. Let's grab our band, step in, okay, and you're gonna bring that band to your shoulders and interlace here. Keep your elbows up nice and high. Let's go for squats. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So we've got time to kind of switch our band position, get into position. We don't have to rush. 20 seconds in between sets. We're just gonna work for the 9 minutes straight, 3 rounds. But remember, you can always pause if you need to. Try to stay looking forward, keep the elbows up nice and high so we don't curl and release that band. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Double the band up. We're in for our Romanian deadlifts or stiff-legged deadlifts coming up next. Looks like this. We're hinging back, pulling the band apart, and then squeezing up. Okay, so you want to feel this through the back of your legs, in your glutes, and then your back as well. Let's go. Exhale up. Belly's getting bigger, legs go a little bit further apart. Good. I'm looking for a little bit of a pelvic tuck at the bottom with the glute squeeze here. Okay, helps to open up the hamstrings as we come down, find the end range of our mobility, but then also kind of decompress that low back. So this one's more like a TLC movement. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Swap to your band or to your bench. Get your back set up. Okay, 90 degrees in the knees when we're at the top of the movement, and we're just pivoting, bum coming down, squeezing up. All right, let's go. 3, 2, and 1. 40 seconds of work. If you're earlier in your pregnancy or you don't have any kind of pain through your hips or pubic symphysis, you can increase the load by doing single leg here. So you just bring one foot slightly closer into the middle. I'm gonna stick to 2 legs here. Good, pivoting down and coming forward. I'm not changing my gaze much. I'm sort of keeping the same spot that I'm looking at throughout the range of motion. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest. Good. Whew. 20 seconds to get back into position for our front squats. Now, if you have a heavier band and you want to slip that on for this set of front squats, you can do that. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 40 seconds of work. The nice thing about squats like this is typically with squats, when you're coming down, it gets heavier because you're deeper in the movement. But with this one, it kind of flattens out the strength curve by making it more difficult as you come up. There's more resistance on the band as you come all the way to standing. Good, 15 more seconds. Slow control, keep those elbows up, keep the chest up. Exhale as you come up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release. And it doesn't really matter which band you are using, if you've got a stronger one or a weaker one for this one, because we're not actually making any progress on ripping it apart. It's just kind of the intention. It's already so doubled up that it's not going to move, but we're here. Let's go. Romanian deadlifts. There's just activity through our shoulders. Shoulders are away from our ears. Squeeze through our heels to come up. Finding that full range. Hips shifting back, weight heavy in your heels. Squeeze up. Good. Over halfway here. This is a movement pattern that's really good to train and get used to because you can load it as well with dumbbells, with barbells. Good, take a rest. Bring that to the side and get ready for hip thrusts. We'll go in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go squeeze up. Just 3 rounds through these 3 exercises. Exhale with effort as the hips come up. Good. Think about your butt, okay? Connect with your glute muscles. Squeeze up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can just come down, roll through the neck, and we'll get ready for our last round. I like to just use the bench to help me get up these days. No big deal. Okay, let's get on for our last set of squats. Using whatever band you got, let's go. If you've tried this and you don't like having the band, you can just do body weight squats as well. It's just as one option to increase the challenge. It's best, especially in pregnancy, to just listen to your body. Good. Keep it up. We've got 10 more seconds. Last couple of squats. Good. One more. Drive up and release. Good. Double up the band. Feels so good to move. All right, 10 seconds. We'll just roll through the neck. We'll get ready for our Romanian deadlifts with just pulling the band apart. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Hips shift back. I always forget. I'm used to having my feet right underneath my hips, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's a belly there. Good. So legs go a little bit wider so that I can still get that range through my hamstrings. Pulling the band apart. You get as much as you put in to this pull apart. Good. Let's do 2 more reps. Last one. Good. Almost done. Hip thrusts to go. Find your pivot point, mid-back, arms just to the side. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Last couple reps of hip thrust, and then we'll do a quick stretch. Drive through the heels, squeeze your bum, tuck your tailbone under at the top. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Done. Come down into a seated position. We can just transition right into our stretches. So, sitting here, let's roll the neck. And place one hand down, reach over, open up from ribs down to hips. Inhale here. And then exhale as you come to middle. Inhale to the side, exhale to middle. Good. Now we're focusing on the opening rather than the crunching. So it's like lifting, you're kind of pushing yourself open to the side. If you want, you can get a little bit of a diagonal opening, reaching forward. Good. Come into all fours position, where your knees are underneath your hips and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, come forwards, drop the belly, drop the shoulders back. Exhale, curl through. As you exhale, drop belly button in, baby in towards spine, give it a hug. And then shoulders back, spread the collarbones here, drop the belly. Good. From our quad position, a couple of just shoulder rolls, scapular rolls. And then you can come back into a kneeling position. Bring your palms together, your wrists together, open up the chest. Good. Exhale, forward, roll. and then inhale, back open. Exhale, forward roll. Inhale, back and open. Great job. Thank you so much for joining me today for this workout at 34 weeks pregnant. Let me know how it went. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week for another one. Bye.